Hi everyone, it's Martin again and Rexi from the Dinosaur Experience here in Watson, Louisiana. And we've got a book for you. And this one's called The Grumpy Bunny Goes to School. Okay, it's The Grumpy Bunny Goes to School. And it's written by Justine Corman. It's worth half an AR point. So when you get to school, you'll be able to take the test and you'll be able to get your points. All right, it's coming up for you right now. I'm telling you, you look good. Promise you. King of the lizards, top notch. Promise you. Okay? No one will be laughing, I promise. Hopper woke up to a perfect September day. Orange and gold leaves twirled in the fresh fall breeze. The sky was bright and clear blue. But Hopper felt grumpy. In fact, the grumpy bunny was even grumpier than usual because today was the first day of school. Once again, Hopper would be helping Mrs. Clover teach the kindergarten bunnies at Easter Bunny Elementary School. That was where young bunnies went to learn how to be Easter bunnies. The new bunnies were always very excited, but to Hopper, school was just the same old humdrum thing. First, the bunnies would gather around the great tree, whilst the chief of all the Easter bunnies, Sir Brian, the great hare, would lead them in the Easter bunny's pledge. Making treats with care and art, bringing love to every heart. Spreading sunshine every day. That's the Easter bunny way. Then all the eager, scared, happy young bunnies would hop off to their classes. Mrs. Clover always started the day with egg colouring, and she taught the same patterns every year. Straight lines and flowers, all just so. Then came marshmallows, puffling and basket weaving. The 3-carrot snack would be followed by a nap. Then hippity-hoppity drills, wheelbarrow practice, and finally treat hiding. Hopper sighed. It was time to go. In fact, the first school bunnies were already gathering around the great tree as Hopper dragged himself down the path to school. His poor feet felt very tired. How will I ever get through all those boring hoppity-hop drills, he wondered miserably. Hopper reached the great tree just as the school bunnies were finishing their pledge. He put his paw over his heart and muttered, "Spreading sunshine and all that ho-hum-hum-drum." You've lost your ears. Come on, Rexy, you're not much of a bunny. Suddenly, Hopper realised Sir Brian was looking right at him. "I'm sorry I was late," Hopper began, but Sir Brian said, "No time for that now. You've got a class to teach. Mrs. Clover is sick. You're on your own today." Hopper's ears flew up in surprise. "What? That's not fair," he started to complain. And then Hopper had an idea. "Well, perhaps I could get someone else," Sir Brian began. But Hopper shook his head. "Never mind, sir, I'll be fine." And he hopped off before the great hare could wonder why the grumpy bunny wasn't so grumpy anymore. Hopper hopped towards the kindergarten room. "Today I can do things my way," he thought happily. And that's just what Hopper did. First he painted the craziest looking eggs anyone had ever seen. And then Hopper told the kindergarten bunnies, "Paint your eggs whatever you want. Just make them pretty as you can." The kindergarten bunnies went far beyond stripes and flowers. They painted designs Hopper had never even imagined. There were star-spangled eggs, rainbow eggs, and eggs with leopard spots. One even grinned like a bright orange jack-o'-lantern. Hopper didn't hand out patterns for the baskets. Instead, he just gave the kindergarten bunnies pieces of straw and said, "Weave the baskets however you want. The colours and shapes are up to you. Just make them as beautiful as you can." When it came time for the marshmallow puffing, Hopper didn't make the usual speech about being careful not to puff too much. He decided to let the kindergarten bunnies find out for themselves. Puff, puff, they puffed up their cheeks, till one bunny, named Peter, puffed too much. Poof! Marshmallow went flying everywhere. Let's all do that," the other bunnies shrieked happily. "All right," Hopper said, "but see if you can tell exactly when the chick is about to explode, and that way you'll learn how much puffing is too much." A few minutes later, Hopper asked the sticky bunnies to gather together. "You all know how to hippity-hop," he began. "Now try to hoppity-hip, because once you can hoppity-hip, hippity-hopping is a snap." "It's hard," a kindergarten bunny named Daisy said. "No, it's fun," cried her friend Flopsy. When the bunnies were tired of hoppity-hipping, Hopper said, "Every Easter bunny must learn to push a wheelbarrow filled with treats. We could march our wheelbarrows back and forth across the room, or we could have a race." The kinder bunnies cheered. Soon they were racing around the room, laughing with glee. Just then, Sir Byron appeared. "What's all this noise?" shouted the great hare. Every bunny fell silent. Hopper's ears drooped, and his stomach flippity-flopped. I, the nervous bunny stammered. "We were having a wheelbarrow race," shouted Flopsy. One look at Sir Brian's angry face, and Hopper knew he was in deep trouble. He looked down at the sore feet and wished he'd never gotten out of bed. Sir Brian looked around at the marshmallow-strewn room. "What's all this mess?" he asked. Hopper didn't know what to say. We made our chicks so puffy they exploded," Peter cried. "Poof!" he added, puffing up his flurry cheeks. Hopper groaned. This day was getting worse by the minute. Then Sir Brian spotted the eggs drying in the windowsill. And what happened here? "Did you forget to show them the proper painting patterns?" Daisy said, "Hopper let us paint whatever we wanted. It was fun." "I see," said the grey hare, and then he stared at the eggs. Some of these are actually quite pretty. Hopper's ears lifted. Had he heard Sir Brian right? "Tradition is good, but there's always room for new ideas," the hare declared. "A wheelbarrow race might help improve their skills, and the bunnies certainly seem to enjoy it. And perhaps letting the bunnies explode a few marshmallows is the best way to teach them when to stop puffing," the great hare announced. Hopper's jaw dropped. Sir Brian clapped him on the back. "You'll make a fine teacher some day, Hopper. In the future, though, I hope you'll bring your ideas to me first." Hopper nodded eagerly. He still couldn't quite believe that he wasn't in trouble. "Of course, you'll have to clean up this mess," the great hare said. Hopper's heart sank. It would take him all afternoon to clear up the sticky room. Then Daisy said, "We'll help you, Hopper." "Yes," Flopsy cried. "You're our favourite teacher. Even cleaning up will be fun with you," Peter declared. And to Hopper's amazement, it was. Hopper hippity-hopped all the way home. He was so happy that even his sore feet felt good. Back in his burrow, Hopper decided, tomorrow I'll ask Sir Brian if I can teach jelly bean juggling. He couldn't wait to go back to school the next day. In fact, from that day on, Hopper was never grumpy about going to school again. You like that one? You like being a bunny? You like being an Easter bunny? All right, I hope you all enjoyed that. Have a great Easter. Keep watching here. Look on our Facebook page. Make sure you like us there. Like us on our YouTube page. Look for us on Instagram. And we've got more stories coming. All right. Have a great Easter, everyone. Bye.